Okay, y'all, this is video number 4 about silicosis, mesothelioma, fibrosis, cancer, and how I feel about how you're treated at the hospital. When they take you in and say, we can't help you, and not only that, but we don't believe you. So what's with that? Why is the medical community so difficult on giving you a diagnosis on that? Why do they seem like they don't care? Why is God taking you in but not helping you out? Why is he kicking you out of the hospital of emergency when you feel like you're going to die? Is that something that God is doing to you? And you only? Folks, no. And here's what happens. If you can prove that you have fibrosis or mesothelioma or cancer or silicosis because of somebody's product, you are entitled to compensation. Very likely you qualify for a settlement from the manufacturer. So doctors are very careful not to sue God, and take God to court and his kids and his wife unless they are sure that you have been made sick by them. So unless they can prove that you have silicosis, they're not going to give you a professional diagnosis statement that legally this doctor is me. I'm telling you that you absolutely, with proof, I have proof that you have silicosis. Because now you are entitled and perhaps responsible to go sue Easy Sand or for giving you cancer or silicosis or fibrosis. So that's what happened to me. I had a couple emergency visits. I was there like 4 or 5 times thinking I was going to die. And they were just like, no, we can't see anything. Sorry, bye. And they send you out in like 5 minutes. You're done. And they send you a bill for like $500. Well, it turns out that there's legal implications. They can lose their job if they're wrong. Or, maybe their boss doesn't like them giving those diagnoses. I'll tell you, for me personally, I think that pursuing your diagnosis and trying to still get it is smart. Because people get settled with all the time, every day, somewhere in the world, someone's getting like 150 grand. Or 200 grand or more, millions, for being made potentially deadly sick from somebody's product. Now that happens so frequently, it's like a shame. It's sad. And the doctors, I don't have that time to really sit there and explain it to all of us, that the whole legal community is involved. That there's litigation that happens when people get this sick. And in my opinion, should happen. Being a sick person, do I think that I am entitled to 150 grand or at least my medical bills being paid for? Yes, I do. And pain and suffering. And as much money as you can give someone for making them this sick for the rest of their life, where I can't handle a solid meal without my heart going crazy. So I understand how you feel if you've been made ill. I have silicosis. I have massive, acute silicosis in my bowels, in my lungs, and in my sinuses in my head. So do I think that you're entitled to compensation? Yes. Do I think that Easy Sand is a bad company? And they're feeding bad kids and bad wives and putting roofs over their own bad heads? No. Do I think that sometimes they make a mistake? Yes. Do I think that they should try to rectify that and take care of the person that they've perhaps injured? Yes. That is what this fourth video is about. I lost my beard. But video number 4 is about litigation, your legal right to file a lawsuit for free. That's why the lawyers offer it for free, because even they think that you shouldn't have to pay unless you get money. You shouldn't have to pay them. You already have all these medical bills. So even the lawyers pity you, and they'll give you a lawsuit for free. But first, you have to suffer long enough for it to develop and get more visible so the doctors can see it better. And when it's, so bad, unfortunately, that it's undeniable, then a doctor will give you the diagnosis of pulmonary fibrosis, silicosis, mesothelioma, or cancer, or what have you. Some of the cheapest screenings you can get are cancer screenings. You might even be able to get free cancer screenings. But there's a whole stage system where it's got to be, an easier or a worse cancer. You have to have cancer perhaps pretty bad to get a lawsuit satisfied or settlement. But that's the subject of the fourth video. Why do I go to the hospital? They can't do nothing for me except totally confuse me about why they can't see anything or why they don't know what's going on. They probably do know what's going on, but they don't want to say it yet until you get what's called a biopsy. So a biopsy is where you have a piece of your lung actually removed. They put it on a test tube, and now they can prove you have silicosis or asbestos or mesothelioma. And that could take years of you suffering and the substance setting for them to do that surgery. Biopsy is a surgery where they take a little piece of lung, they test it for silicosis. So you have to be ready for that surgery. You have to be advanced enough for a doctor to actually offer you, and you have to be tenacious enough to keep going back and changing doctors, changing practices to find somebody that'll help you. That being said, the medical bills rack up. But I'll tell you that for my own part, I don't intend on paying any of my medical bills having been made sick by another company. Is my credit going to be destroyed? Yes, it is. Because I can't stop getting care, and just because I don't want to get bad credit or rack up medical bills. So somehow you have to get care. You have to. The trick is that you don't have to pay the giant medical bills. And just know that you'll get bad credit, but your credit's probably wrecked already from, getting bills that you can't pay for emergency reasons. So that is the topic of the fourth video. I thought it was a very relevant topic. It needed to be touched on, and there is somebody watching this video that is glad that I went through the subject and that I touched on it and told you what I plan on doing. and how I'm going to deal with it for my own part. And you know, if you have a problem with settlements or lawsuits, or you don't believe it's right for you to do that, or you agree with me, at least everybody knows how I feel about it and what my opinions are. And I feel better just having an outlet where I can share my frustrations and what I'm going through too, and that I was treated like I was crazy too, and I wound up in the psych ward for 3 days with people thinking I had schizophrenia when I had a condition too. And anyway, that is the end of the 4th video. When I think of another good topic that's related, that's relevant, I'm going to release another video. If not, just to let you know how I'm doing and to give me a outlet to just share myself and make me feel better. So thanks for your time, and I appreciate you watching my video, and I hope you watch some of my other videos, and I appreciate you having me on my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.